Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1940, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Which Swedish queen, famous for her unconventional lifestyle, abdicated the throne in the 17th century? Queen Christina of Sweden. In November 1988, what item of clothing appeared on the cover of Vogue magazine for the first time? Jeans. Which country was divided into 4 occupation zones after World War II under the arrangements made at the Yalta Conference? Germany. In which film did Leonardo DiCaprio portray aviation magnate Howard Hughes? The Aviator. What are people with theriophobia afraid of? Lice. Which British band recorded the 1985 hit Everybody Wants to Rule the World, a song about power and ambition? Tears for Fears. In which city is UNESCO headquartered? Paris, France. What is the most common blood type in the world? O positive, O plus. Which artist released the hit song that includes the lyric, "I'm not afraid to take a stand"? Eminem. What was the first Western television series broadcast in the United States? Hopalong Cassidy. Which country, known for its mountainous terrain and rich culture, is completely surrounded by South Africa? Lesotho. Which actor and writer hosted Saturday Night Live 10 times during the show's early years in the 1970s and 1980s? Buck Henry. Which performer provided the voices of both Fozzie Bear and Yoda? Frank Oz. Which MTV reality show, featuring a cast member known as Snooki, premiered in 2009 and became a cultural phenomenon? Jersey Shore. Which British overseas territory in the Atlantic Ocean, with Hamilton as its capital, is known for its pink sand beaches? Bermuda. Which region of Italy, encompassing the province of Florence, is known for its rich history, art, and as the birthplace of the Renaissance? Tuscany. Which Balearic Island's name means larger or the bigger one? Answer: Mallorca, also spelled Majorca. Which famed playwright, nicknamed Tennessee, won 2 Pulitzer Prizes for A Streetcar Named Desire and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof? Tennessee Williams. Which pioneering broadcaster is credited with exposing the dangers of McCarthyism through his 1950s broadcasts? Edward R. Murrow. What is the title of the 1961 play by Tennessee Williams that explores themes of existential despair and redemption through the interactions of a group of characters at a rundown hotel in Mexico? Night of the Iguana. What word is used for the short tail of a rabbit or hare? Scut. Which famous tennis player was married to actress Tatum O'Neal? John McEnroe. The New York neighborhood Harlem is named after a city in which country? Answer: Netherlands. Which Moabite woman, known for her loyalty, is recognized as the great-grandmother of King David? Ruth. Which 2011 Lady Gaga song promotes self-acceptance and celebrates individuality? Born This Way. What color is the cross on Switzerland's national flag? White. Mickey Hargitay, the second husband of 1950s sex symbol Jane Mansfield, was famous for winning what title in 1955? Mr. Universe? In the Balanta tribe, women were considered married until which article of clothing wore out? Their wedding dress? When Milvina Dean died on May 31st, 2009, at age 97, why was her death notable? She was the last living survivor of the Titanic. Which father and son pair were the first to both serve as President of the United States? John Adams and John Quincy Adams. What is the name of the children's book imprint of Penguin Books? Puffin Books. Which hobby uses the terms purl and casting on? Knitting. Which American author, famous for children's books, wrote the beloved novel Charlotte's Web about a pig named Wilbur and a spider named Charlotte? E.B. White. Hyundai, LG, Kia, and Samsung are all based in which country? South Korea. Where is the Scenic Railway, built in 1911 and the world's oldest continually operating roller coaster, one of only two in existence that require a brakeman to stand in the middle of the train? Luna Park, Melbourne, Australia. Which famous hymn was written by Augustus Montague Toplady? Rock of Ages. Which original Star Fox team member later defected to the rival group Star Wolf? Pigma Dengar. Which tropical fruit, known for its sweet and tangy flavor, is a member of the bromeliad family and commonly associated with warm climates? Pineapple. How many U.S. states share a land border with South Carolina? 2. Which classical composer, often referred to by the initials LVB, is known for symphonies and sonatas that bridged the classical and romantic eras? Ludwig van Beethoven. Which American educator published a widely used spelling book in 1783 that helped standardize American English? Noah Webster. What is the name of the popular Spanish and Mexican sausage often seasoned with smoked paprika and garlic? Chorizo. Which English author wrote the fantasy trilogy, His Dark Materials? Philip Pullman. Which British actor played the lead role of Justin Quayle in the film adaptation of John le Carré's novel, The Constant Gardener? Ralph Fiennes. Which children's cartoon character is Squidward, the extremely reluctant neighbor of? SpongeBob SquarePants. Which beloved character is known for his adventures on the island of Sodor, where he helps his friends and learns valuable lessons about teamwork and friendship? Thomas the Tank Engine. In which sport would you see someone perform a Veronica? Bullfighting. Which city is the largest in the U.S. state of Delaware and is known for its historic district and vibrant art scene? Wilmington. In the Harry Potter series, which bird is commonly used to deliver letters and messages to wizards? Owls. Which company, famous for its ketchup, used the stock ticker symbol HNZ? H.J. Heinz Company. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.